Heidi ho! Hello friends, it's Teresa and welcome back to my channel. If you guys can't tell by the title, today is the first reading vlog of October for Trick or Treat-a-thon. You're probably wondering, why are you holding the camera up and not on a digital tripod? Well, you see, initially this was going to be a chill, update. I had filmed a bunch of B-roll for this. I had filmed my intro already. And then after I had gone and edited my video, put the memory card back in, and there was a memory card error and I had to format it and I lost everything. Thankfully, I have the content that I have planned for this week here, but everything that I filmed today, this morning, bupka. None. It's gone. So that's great. But I gotta do some different B-roll for all of you guys, so it's fine. I'm fine. But basically, giving you all the TLDR of what the original intro was. The first of the week, first of the month. I have a lot of things planned today. My sister is coming back from her trip later tonight, so I just have to I have a lot of plans for October. I'm starting to plot out a new book that I'm hoping to write in NaNoWriMo, so I want to finish up some of the last things down and jot that down. Trying to do my bullet journal, so that way I can keep track of my expenses, because with the student loan payment starting, I need to be better about my expenses, especially since my current job is $1 less than the job that I was doing before, which you guys might be like, it's not a lot, but it is a lot, especially when you add student loan payments on top of that when there wasn't before. I have to edit 2 videos. I think one just got done rendering, so I'll be editing the next one right now, which is great for B-roll. And I had issues choosing what book I was going to read first. I was torn between because I had just purchased All Boys Aren't Blue, so I was torn between reading All Boys Aren't Blue, The Uncensored Dorian Gray, or Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And then I realized that the first week of October, so October, if you guys don't know, first week is Banned Book Month. I believe the October is Filipino American History Month. Then we have LGBT History Month as well. So I didn't realize that when I was making my TBR, but my TBR does have, we have queer authors, we have, I think Hispanic Heritage Month is wrapping up. Within this month I have some Latina authors in there, and I have some banned books in here. So in my attempt to read books that I just love and I'm interested in, I ended up fitting some of those things. But the first book I'm going to be reading, because it is banned booked week, is All Boys Aren't Blue by George M. Johnson. This is a memoir, a collection of essays that George M. Johnson has written regarding their life over the years as a queer black person, as the toxic masculinity within the black community, and just growing up. So I'm very excited to read this. I know it's going to be an emotional wreck and it's probably going to ruin me and I'm going to be crying at the end of this week, but it's fine. So I am going to go. My camera battery was charging too, so at this point I'm just like, great. But I'm going to go try to film some more B-roll. I'm going to try to edit another video. So that way I finished the first video, so that's going to go get uploaded to YouTube. Work on the thumbnail for that tonight while my boyfriend and I are playing, my boyfriend is playing 16 and I'm a bystander. I'm going to try to edit most of the wrap up, so that, or at least start it, so that way it's done, or it's almost done. I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week. And then I'll probably be taking content pictures tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon when I get home from work. Just a very busy couple of days. The first of the month is always busy, but I do want to try and work on, I was working on content that I'm gonna have to post, all the fun stuff. So yeah, but back to putting you guys on a tripod and filming B-roll, because do things ever work out for me when I film vlogs? The answer is no, never do.
Who's to know what happens when the world ends? At least this is an okay bar for running into you. It's an awful house, and I wanted to get you out. I'm working on a plan.
I don't know if I've just been watching my face move a ton this morning or afternoon, but my lips don't feel like they're lining up, with the audio?
I've waited for a lifetime for you to calm down, 'cause nothing feels the same without.
It's now Monday. I still haven't gotten a liquor reading done. You know that like feeling when like life gets a little too overwhelming and you feel like a failure and you just sob all night? That was me. But I did get some things done. I did get the video. By the time this is out, the video has, those 2 videos have been up. I'm just going to finish editing the last video tonight, my bullet journal, and then I will start reading. I wanted to share some book mail because the 2 books that I have on my TBR, the last one isn't coming out until next week, so I cannot show that to you guys. But now I can take pictures of my TBR and share them online. But, or for the most part, but that is Freddy vs. the Family Curse. Look at how precious they all look. It's a lot smaller of a book than I thought it was going to be, like size-wise. I knew it was going to be thin. It's a middle grade novel. Can I see the words Warrior Cats? I can't get rid of that book series. Fun fact about me. I used to be a big Warriors Cats fan. My friend and I used to do it. We had our own like warrior cat names. We had little cat figurines that we used to like play in the warrior cat like world. I can't get rid of that series. Like if it always manages to bring up and pop up in my lifetime at least once a year, whether someone brings it up as a joke or it looks like a thing says Warriors Cats when it says Warrior Cards. It's fine. But the next one that I did order that did come in as well is The Last of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chokshi. This book is thinner than I expected. Like, you know, because Mexican Gothic is also a pretty thin book, but it's a taller book. This is like a thin book and it's like kind of like regular size. So I was not anticipating that, but I mean, I guess the font is kind of small, so I guess it makes up for it, but I am very excited. This is probably, because these guys I'll probably be reading these guys toward the end of the month, just because I have to read Swordcatcher next week, and then I can film that. So, but yes, I'll be reading tonight. I'll update you guys when I get the chance to start reading. Why haven't I started reading? I don't know, you guys. It's the week before the time of my month. It's one of my laziest weeks during the month, so productivity is at its all-time low. But I'll update you guys when I get to reading and when I finish my bullet journal, because I did all the outlines just to color everything, and I picked up the colors last night. Then I had a mental breakdown. I'm meant to be. So, yes.
Pico. Pico. Sherman.
It's now Wednesday. I can't tell if this is in focus in any way, shape, or form because I'm not wearing glasses. Why am I not wearing glasses? Because I have a tension headache that's hurting my eyes. Why am I tense? I don't know. But I am. Like, I need to be like sedated. Genuinely. Just so I could probably just be the most relaxed I've been in 2 weeks. But I came here to you blind with a headache and mild tension in my body. But I really wanted to talk about this book. So I have been reading. There may not have been a lot of b-roll about it. May not have been updates about it. But like I said, your girl is a level of tense that I think needs to be sedated. Hi, Sherman. I think genuinely I just need to like sleep a lot. I think like this weekend is probably going to be like a take a shot of tequila before bed kind of weekend. No. But I'm here. Hopefully this is in focus. We'll find out with editing, Therese. I see the little lines around my face, so I'm assuming it's focused. But right now, like, my mouth and my chin are kind of blurring together because of the shadow. I can't see very well from far. I'm a nearsighted person. But I am about this far into the book. I'm probably going to finish it, not tomorrow. I have to do some things for a video that's coming out on Friday, but probably Friday night or Saturday night. This has like simultaneously squeezed my heart until no more blood can pump into it, and then also pumped and then also got injected. I'm trying to make this too difficult. It has simultaneously torn my heart in two and then also stitched it back together. There's just so many topics and conversations around family, and the fact that George Johnson had a family that didn't really know what to do with queerness and didn't really have the understanding of what being queer meant in a space, but they loved them despite of their queerness, and they loved them despite their lack of understanding, and that their home growing up, I'm getting teary-eyed, was always a place they could come home to and be accepted for everything about them, even if family members didn't always understand it, even if their cousins didn't really understand why they were so effeminate. They were always the ones standing up for them if a bully came up and called them a name. Their grandma always gave them space to be themselves. And then the discussion around, I start getting teary-eyed, around them being allowed to be fully themselves even when they didn't quite understand it, and when their family certainly didn't understand it, was a different level of just they said it themselves, this should be the rule and not the exception. They talked about how some families have a saying that they'd rather have a dead child than a gay one. And there were discussions, especially when we discussed Hope, their trans cousin, whom has passed away. Presumably, they didn't say it on the page, but presumably you can assume it's from HIV. Just the amount of love they had for this person. Again, even if they didn't truly understand what this meant, or the layers of hurt that it could cause them from society, that they always had a place to call home and to be loved no matter what in this family unit. And then the conversation around how their dad was never necessarily taught how to be affectionate or cuddly, and he was very, their father, he was very patriarchal and very traditional. But at the end of it, you knew you were loved by this man, by his actions, and there was never a question in your mind. And that there are just so many things about this book. But this book is just so beautiful to read, and then so sad at the same time, because like George said, families like this, units like this, should be the rule. It should be the baseline. But even given in the society we are today in 2023, this concept is still very much the exception. And I just, I didn't think I was gonna cry right now, but here we are. It's not nosed at all. And this is just about their child, bits of the, can you stop bunny kicking the bedsheet? No. Boy, stop jumping around on the bed. I know it's new, but mama has to film this update and I'm almost done. Trying to finish the thoughts so I can go to bed or lay down and close my eyes and pretend that I am getting sedated so I can sleep peacefully through the night. I just it's things like this, it's books like these, fiction or nonfiction, that make me really think that if I were to have children and or even just be someone existing in a neighborhood that is trusting of each other, that I would like to be the home that Nanny and their grandmother in this book created, where all the kids could come there no matter what. There would always, no matter what the situation, there was always going to be a place for them at the table, food for them to eat, and that this sense of unconditional and undying love for them to be accepted somewhere. But I am gonna stop this emotional talk now, because I know partially it's fueled on because of this book. The other part is because I am tired and the time of the month is coming next week. But I will update you guys probably when I finish this book, or if this book makes me sob more than it already has. But yes, Therese needs to go to bed is what I'm gathering from this update. My hair does look as crazy as it feels. Okay. Ignore the hair, as we always do for vlogs, because my hair never looks upright for vlogs, and ignore the voice. I woke up from like a nap that I meant to take, like a 30-minute nap, and that was at like almost 2:30, I want to say, and it's now almost 5. I did finish a book. I finished the book that the only book that I've been reading this week, which is All Boys Aren't Blue by George M. Johnson. I gave this sucker, am I even in focus? I can't tell. I gave this sucker, this wonderful sucker of a book that turned me into a sucker, 5 out of 5 stars. I mean, because the last clip kind of probably should have told you guys what my rating was going to be. I thought this book was, the memoirs and the essays were not only well written, but they had a lot of emotion and a lot of love toward the topic. I feel like I need more kids to read nonfiction memoirs, not only if they are queer, but if they are cis and straight as well, just to get some understanding of what the community has been like in the past and is still like now, especially given the state of the world. I definitely cried. It was just an absolutely amazing book to read. I loved reading everything with my heart and soul. I cried when we were supposed to cry. I cried in the beautiful moments. I cried in the sad moments. I cried during the point. I was just crying the entire book, basically. It was just a beautiful book, and I loved every single minute of it. I wanted to keep reading it. I had a hard time putting it down, and as per usual, as per Therese's little trademark, is that I am kicking myself for not having picked up this book sooner. Again, as per our usual Therese trademark, and I think it's gonna fall into like my favorite books of 2023. I know that George M. Johnson is like more of a publication writer in terms of like writing for like BuzzFeed and Teen Vogue and Essence and Advocate, and I would like for them to write more books, whether it be more nonfiction, because I do love and think that younger teens should be reading more nonfiction in general. I never read a ton of nonfiction when I was younger, and I heavily regret it, just because I do love reading memoirs and biographies as an adult now, but also I would like books like these to be on shelves and for non-queer kids to even read and take a look at and analyze and learn more about from, and then have queer kids have books written about them with their same quite literal thoughts and concerns and feelings on a page, not just from a fictional character, but someone who has lived these experiences and lived these has lived these thoughts and all the things in between. Yes, first book done. I need to do some couple things. I need to plan a video. I was supposed to have a video filmed yesterday, and I didn't do that because I couldn't think of a video that I really wanted to put out there. And as I am healing from my as I'm going through my burned out process, I'm learning patience is a lot of what I need when it comes to content creating, and being able to be just super patient with myself when I'm like, I don't have a video to put out, so therefore I will not force a video out. But I do want to put a video out, or at least make sure that the videos I have coming out now or like moving forward are all set, just so that I don't have to really think about it, you know? I don't know if I'll update. I might still update a little bit. I might, because Swordcatcher doesn't come out until Tuesday. So that's the 10th. I probably won't get Swordcatcher until the afternoon, the nighttime when I get home, because my boyfriend's gonna go run to Barnes & Noble for me because he's working from home on Tuesday. So he's probably gonna go run to Barnes & Noble for me and pick it up. So I have roughly, and I started this vlog, let's see. Started this vlog on Sunday, I have one more day. So I think what I'm gonna do is, the plan for me is to start a shorter book, which is the uncensored version of Dorian Gray. You're probably thinking, it's not a short book. It's a short-ish book. You know, I think I could probably finish it in a little bit. So I'll probably start that next, but yes. Book 1, done. Book 1 put me through an emotional wreck, done.
Nothing like your smile in the morning, following the linings on your cheeks. 'Cause baby, in your absence life is boring, so I'll never leave.